curious mind. Fame's a dish, it's served so hot, we lap it up. Oh, we can't stop. A morsel here, a tidbit there. The bite connects us everywhere. Take a bite, feel the beat tonight. Breaking news under neon lights. A taste of fame in every line. The bite's the buzz, it's prime time. Drama, glamour, stories unfold. Every flash a treasure of gold. Secrets whispered through the vine. The bite reveals no place to hide. Rumors sizzle, the sparks ignite. A burst of truth, a dazzling bite. Gossip's loud, but oh, it's sweet. In this world we're on repeat. Take a bite, feel the beat tonight. Breaking news under neon lights.
Red Sea solves her sticky floor. Big crush on stories 10 feet tall. Ticket stub in my pocket, cold drink, warm rocket. We're chasing shadows on the wall. From old black and white heartbreaks to wild car chase headaches, we rate it all and call it love. Laughing in the exit glow, every frame the inside joke. We live for that curtain above. Curtains up, cinema, roll the reel on everything we feel. From gold frame dreams to crooked plots that drop. To Oscar contenders, Razzie flops. We cheer, we groan, we still can't stop. Curtains up, cinema, this is where our hearts get caught. From old classics to the hits you love a lot.
Fading, we're side by side. Popcorn wars, who took my side? You cry at scenes I barely catch. I stay through every credit. You say, who even read it? We argue, then we high-five the mismatch.
Black tie praise, ready face misses. Golden statues, broken wishes. We toss our guesses at the screen. Yeah.
Glorious and kind of awful. Still we mark each shaky shuffle of some kid's impossible dream.
Curtains up, cinema, roll the reel on everything we feel. From gold frame dreams to crooked plots that drop. To Oscar contenders, Razzie flops, we cheer. Hey. Oh, oh. Click on the screen, save all the names and the credits roll. Same safe hands on the wheel again, same store spun out of control. Then you walk in, script in your hand, fire in your eyes. Slide over, I'll drive this thing. Let's see what happens if we try. In the captain's chair, you're calling every shot from here. From the sequel to the pilot, can you turn the ship around this year? Take the reins, take control, grab the frame, grab the roll. In the captain's chair, we'll see if you can make it there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Rebooted worlds, fanboards buzzing, they're watching close. Can you fix what they broke before? Give the heroes a high, not just a pose. Studio suits, sexy kid, don't rock the boat. You just smile, tear up their notes. Watch me keep this thing afloat. In the captain's chair, you're calling every shot from here. From the franchise to the midnight scare.
sword fights to alien skies. I'm right here, I'm alive. You got one more twist for me, one more clue, one more mystery. Every frame I lean closer, every night it gets bolder. Take my hand, don't let go, we can chase it. Episode by episode, one episode at a time, we keep diving in. One episode at a time, let the story spin. Animated drama, sci-fi in the rain. One episode at a time, we do it all again. One episode at a time. One episode at a time. One episode at a time. Late night laughs and heartbreak spins. New faces, old wounds, paper thin. Tiny towns and crowded trains. Heroes lost in real life pain. And the monsters show their teeth. Then the silence starts to speak. Every ending leaves a spark. Every arc lights up the dark. Take my hand, don't let go, we can chase it. Episode by episode. Let's go. Morning dew on the path, bare feet in the grass. Pack tight, heart light, you can feel it in your hands. Talking that one stone charm, little badge on your sleeve. Every turn says this is it, every sign says believe. It is time to leave the dock, look ahead, don't wait, don't stop. The sky's away, and so are you. One deep breath and push right through. It is time to start the day, start the day. Get on your own way, your own way. Your journey starts now, starts now. Get ready, get set, go. Get ready, get set, go. By the creek, by the hill, you learn the names of the trees. A wild spark in the reeds, a soft call in the breeze. You trade a grin for a spark, you trade fear for a flame. Every small brave step you take writes a story in the rain. It is time to leave the dock, look ahead, don't wait, don't stop. The sky's away, and so are you. Tune in, got a story in the flame. Late night rules, breaking news, we're calling out the name. Caveman on the screen with this crew in formation. Top 10 movie scene, we spin the conversation. So cross the line, come a little closer now. Hit the tribe, yeah, we're taking over now. Join the tribe, join the tribe. Must see TV, broadcast network. Must see TV, join the tribe, join the tribe. The caveman and his crew. Let's go, let's go. Cross the line, cross the line. Must see TV, broadcast network. Must see TV, join the tribe, join the tribe. More stories, more. Audio, narrative, revowing every frame. Analysis, top 10, we make the verdict plain. From the first scene to the end, we're reading every angle. If you want the truth tonight, we got the whole thing tangled. So cross the line, come a little closer now. Hit the tribe, yeah, we're taking over now. Join the tribe, join the tribe. Must see TV, Scrolling through the screen so bright, a feast of stories in the night. One headline spicy, one's refined. Every bite feeds the curious mind. Fame's a dish, it's served so hot, we lap it up. Oh, we can't stop. A morsel here, a tidbit there. The bite connects us everywhere. Take a bite, feel the beat tonight. Breaking news under neon lights. A taste of fame in every line. The bite's the buzz, it's prime.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Bite, where we take a bite out of the world of entertainment, one bite at a time. Crimson is here. Hello, Crimson.
Hello, hello.
And the first story, well, I have you on here, since we have a lot of stories to get into, but the first story we're going to get into is the Odyssey's box office performance this weekend. Now, before I start, me and Crimson were right, and we were wrong in different places. So, what do I mean by that? Well, Crimson was right. It did make 120 million. Again, only overseas. And I was right because I predicted domestically this film would do $75 million. It made $87 million domestically, which that is closer to what Crimson predicted. He predicted domestically this film would make another $120 million. It did do that, just not domestically. So, Crimson, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, like, I think we were kind of talking about last week about how steep of a drop off there would be from week 1 to week 2.
We were close.
Yeah, I was saying that there would be the drop off, like all things considered, would be pretty minor.
Yeah,
like I think that I think there's a lot of evidence to say that, like, recently,
yeah,
I'd say that.
I mean, it only dropped 30%.
Yeah, so I mean, like, compare that to something like Masters of the Universe. That was like a
Nobody liked that.
Yeah.
Nobody. Everybody's allergic to a certain actor. We won't say who he is.
I mean, I was hearing from some friends. A lot of people really liked Masters of the Universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, that's besides the point. Is that I think a lot of movies are seeing much like kind of more fruitful runs in theaters, especially post first week.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I say also with how difficult it is to get IMAX tickets.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that they're going to be showing this in IMAX for a while.
Yeah,
so that
me
everyone
too.
Can get a
Yeah,
chance
it already made
yeah.
over $600 million. So
Yeah.
it's already made its money back plus. So, but you were wrong. Crimson. But you were right in other ways, and I was wrong. But I wasn't like $75 million. I was only wrong by what? I was only off by what? 9 million, I think, right? Like 9 million? 75, wait, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. No, I was wrong by $13 million. Not bad, right? Not bad, but still, I think we were on those same wavelength, you and me, just in different areas. And regardless, it did make a whole hell of a lot of money, which is good. It's good. I mean, that my fear, it's unfounded, but I think I was right to be skeptical a little bit, but I'm not skeptical anymore. So nonetheless, congratulations goes out to people that are involved making this movie. Christopher Nolan, congratulations. Yeah, like yay. Big props. And everyone else who was involved making this film. May you make over $1 billion, which that's not a stretch. All right. So Sticking with the Odyssey, someone went to go see this movie on the weekend. And Crimson, if you would just, if you don't mind giving us your initial, not a score, because I know that's kind of hard. Let's initial thoughts from you.
On the Odyssey?
Yeah.
I really liked it. When we were talking about this before the show, is my big pet peeve with Christopher Nolan movies is that, like, I mean, he said this himself. He's admitted it. Is that basically is that, like, sometimes he thinks that the vibe of a scene is more important than actually what's being said.
Yeah. Yes.
I
disagree with that.
I disagree with that as well. Like, I find it really frustrating because, like, it makes it feel like I'm going deaf when, like, when I just I can't understand what's being said. Right? Like, it feels like I need subtitles.
It's the same thing with Tenet too, right?
Yeah.
Tenet had the same issue, and I think he would, if he had the chance to respond to those comments now, it would be in a better place because he took people to the woodshed on that movie. And I'm glad that he said, like he's said publicly, like sometimes he just goes on vibes, which is, again, I disagree. But beside that, what did you like about the film? What didn't you like?
Okay, so I mean, one thing I will say is, like, I mean this in the best way. The movie is expensive.
Yeah.
Not in, like, a budgetary way, but, like, you know, I mean, I can just visually look at the movie and say there was a lot of money being put into this. Right?
Yes.
Like, I thought the cinematography was beautiful. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think, like, definitely, like, the amount of, like, kind of shots that, like, I saw, like, genuinely, I think there's about, like, maybe, like, over 100 shots in the movie that I could say, okay, I use that as my desktop wallpaper. That's beautiful, right?
Right.
I mean, I always hate saying every frame of painting, but, like, yeah, I agree with that. I think it's very, like, the way it's shot is beautiful. I'd say, like, definitely the blood, sweat, and tears that went into, like, you know, carrying out these heavy IMAX cameras, like, to location.
Yeah.
It was great. Like, I think it was definitely worth the results. Like, story-wise, like, I mean, I'll fully admit I've never read Homer's Odyssey. I'm not that familiar with the work. I know the basic, like, outline of what happens in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say, like, I did really enjoy the story. Like, I think I was kind of surprised by how violent the movie is.
Yeah, it's very violent.
Yeah.
That's what I hear as well.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, because when I bought the, because I heard conflicting things. Because in the States it's R-rated, right?
Yes.
Whereas here in Canada it's PG.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, I would not feel comfortable bringing, like, like I mean, I don't know what age I'd pitch this at. I'd say it'd probably be fine for, like, a 13, 14-year-old.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, I think, well, I think there was a moment in the movie, this isn't much of a spoiler, where basically I think it appears in the trailer, is basically where, during the invasion of Troy, I believe.
Yeah.
They basically, there's a shot where a band of soldiers, they're going to cut this woman's head off, right? They're executing her, and basically it cuts away before the blade reaches her neck, and then it cuts to a soldier slicing, like, a statue's head off, right? And, like, things like that. I mean, like, I think that was the most tactful way they could have gone about it.
Yes.
But, like, yeah, I mean, like, stuff like that, it's like, you know, where I'm like, okay, well, I mean, they were clearly pulling some punches, but in other places I was like, wow, like, they're really showing people getting butchered here. Like, they're not, like, so I mean, I think it just depends on the kind of violence and the nature of it.
Yes.
I'd say there was what's it called? I thought there was honestly, like, I mean, I saw Christopher Nolan in an interview commenting on this. He was being asked, would you ever make, like, a horror movie? Because there was genuinely some scenes in the Odyssey which were, like, you know, like, I mean, It's not a horror movie,
Yeah.
but like there was definitely scenes which were horror adjacent. There's the bit with the Cyclops, right? And it's
Right.
like it's definitely something that like I could imagine being in like a dozen different horror
Yes.
movies of like, you know, like them trying to like quietly sneak out of the cave while the slumbering
Yes. Titan.
Cyclops like looms above them
Yes.
as they try not to wake him up. Right? Like stuff like that. It's like it's uncomfortable. I mean, there's a bit where basically where the Cyclops gets its eye poked out, and it's like the wailing of this like creature is like genuinely upsetting to me. It's
Yes.
like, you know, it's like you can hear the pain that it's going through,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, so I mean, I really like this movie. Like, I think that I mean, I said, like, I know you said like, oh yeah, I don't have to rate it, but I'd say I don't like 0.5s. I'd say a extremely strong 8, like pretty close to 9.
He is quietly becoming an event director. Where every movie he makes is an event, and you need to go see that movie, right? I think there's very few directors you can say that when this director makes something, you need to go out and see it now, right? I mean, the closest one I can think of is Denis Villeneuve, right? Denis Villeneuve and I think Christopher Nolan are, for me, that in the top 10, maybe top 5 directors of all time, right? I just think that he's quietly becoming an event director, right? Like in the past, like 5 years, he has made Oppenheimer. That was an event film, right? And he has made this movie which is an event film, right?
Yes.
It was made entirely on IMAX cameras, which is ridiculous.
He's a very show like I mean show off in the best way.
Yeah.
Like he likes to do big things. I mean, with Oppenheimer, the thing that first comes to mind is the fact that they recreated the original nuclear bomb test. I mean, obviously they didn't use a nuclear bomb. They used like tons of explosives.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Right. I think it all started with the Batman Dark Knight trilogy, right? Where was an event every time you went to see one of those films. I think he's one of the best directors. He's becoming, for me, he's not becoming, he's top 5 now, right? You would put like Denis Villeneuve on there. You put Christopher Nolan on there. Not a lot of other people you would put on there, right? I can think of. What's the director of The Northman? He's one of my favorite directors as well. So we're definitely going to have to do a top 10 final countdown soon, top 10 best directors. And then we'll like combine each other's list, and we'll do something fun. Let us know if you guys would like something like that. Because I know good talking about nice things doesn't usually go well on this network. You like us talking about bad things, but I think I would want to do that. Yeah, fine. And then after we'll do final countdown top 10 worst directors, because we could talk about that all day long too. All right. So let us know what you thought. Did you go see the Odyssey? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you able to go see it in IMAX 70 millimeter, which I know it's a big thing? Let us know your thoughts down below and your reactions to the film. All right, so we move on to Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
I love that movie.
It was fine. Listen. All right. The goal of any movie, especially this movie, should have been not pandering to the Dungeons and Dragons fans, because D&D fans are going to see that regardless. That's the biggest problem with that movie. That was, right? It now people may not know this. That screenplay that people saw was written after the main cast played a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. All right? which is crazy to me, and it made a lot of sense. Now I know, Crimson, you disagree with this, right? But
yeah, I mean, I love Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I thought it was great. I went to see it in theaters when it came out. I was aware. I mean, like there was a lot of internal politicking,
Yeah.
which like kind of I think hindered the movie's success. I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember the whole drama around the licensing around Dungeons
Yes.
and Dragons.
Yeah.
Basically, how for the people at home, how basically essentially they changed how basically how previously Dungeons and Dragons was. It wasn't like open source, but
Yeah.
it was basically like where you could create your own modules,
Yeah.
like and sell them for a profit, right?
Right.
But they changed the rules around that, and that really like rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yes.
And like I mean, the problem was for Wizards of the Coast was the fact that Dungeons and Dragons just really isn't, despite of how enormous of a name it is. It just really isn't very profitable for Wizards the same way a lot of other things are. Like, I mean, if we're going off Magic the Gathering,
Oh yeah,
right?
that's hugely.
That's like, you know, an enormous revenue stream because you can sell the cards, you can sell
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with Dungeons and Dragons, it's like, well, I mean, they can't sell. I mean, they can sell dice, but like other people can sell dice for cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? They can sell the books, but like the books can only be sold like once, like
Yeah.
one and done.
Yeah.
And like I mean, you run the risk of like having like kind of 90s, 2000s
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons where basically they flood the market with books and
Yeah.
then basically it leads to customer confusion, right? It's like if you're releasing like 8 books, like Dungeons and Dragons books a year, it's hard to get excited about a new one, right?
Yeah. But like, so that's the thing, right? As much as, and that's the kind of the point where I'm trying to circle at. You and me love D&D.
Mm-hmm.
We love Dungeons and Dragons. We have a show dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons on this network, right? We love it. We're already going to go see the movie, right? Regardless, you and me are already going to see the movie. Someone's like, hey, the Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out. We're going to go see it. Okay. But that's the problem, right? You have a movie where it's so meta and it just goes over everybody's head. Right?
Yeah.
You have it so meta, and that shouldn't be the goal. That should not be the goal, right? We've already done this. Marvel Phase 1 already proved this to work. You get other people in that are not familiar with D&D, right?
Mm-hmm.
Initially, you have a world that is small, right? Just small. You introduce characters, and one by one, you open up the world a little bit more, and maybe movie 2 we go to what? Frosthaven. What is that? Yeah, Frosthaven, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could go to Dragonlands, right? And then we can go here, and then but that doesn't happen unless you lay the groundwork. They didn't do that. They did not lay the groundwork. So when you have a movie like this, and you go, oh, we're gonna show this, we're gonna show this, we're gonna show this, we're gonna show how this spell works. Okay, great. Where if you're an average Joe, right, you have no context, right? You have absolutely no context, and that's why Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That's why that movie failed. That's why that movie did not get new fans involved, because it was too niche. It was too meta. You had to do this. You had to do that. You have to do that. Nobody wants homework, right? What do people want? They want to sit down and be entertained. And what happened in Marvel Phase 1? Average people not only were entertained, they're like, oh, what's this? I need to do this, and I need to get that comic book, and I need to get this figurine. And suddenly you're getting more fans, right? You're getting people involved in the product. That's why D&D Honor Among Thieves did not work. It didn't get anybody interested in D&D. How many people, Crimson, do you know, because of that movie, played D&D? All of a sudden, none.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
None. It's zero.
To be fair,
It's negligible.
But I mean, the thing is, right, is that I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to do that. I mean, for example, like my mother, I mean, she's never played D&D in her life, right? Never shown any interest in it, but like she loved the movie, right? She thought it was great, right? So I mean,
But I mean negligible. Like it zero. Like compare that with Marvel Phase 1. There's so many more fans that were created because of what Marvel did and what Disney did, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got new fans involved and they cared. I mean, Kevin Feige said this himself. We don't give a shit about comic book fans, which I know pissed a lot of people off, but hey, what he did worked. I don't think you need to go that hard with D&D. I think you need to absolutely come out and say, hey, this is not for the D&D fans. D&D fans, you're going to go see this regardless, right? The goal should be to get new audience members involved in the product. That's how you sell merch. That's how you get people on board to D&D. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it did not do that. And that's why it didn't make money. Nobody went to see it. Negligible Crimson went to see this multiple times. Like I saw this movie once for the network and that's it. So they needed to do the groundwork and they didn't. Right? How great would it be if movie 1 comes out and they start small, right? They introduce a couple characters. They introduce, okay, this is a setting. We're going to take this slow. And movie 2 comes out and we go to Frostmourne. Or we go to iconic setting, right? And then movie 3, we're all of a sudden in Dragonlands. How awesome would that be, right? You not only get other people engaged, the regular person engaged, but now you have D&D players talking to normal fans, and you talk normal fans, oh, this is so cool. How can I play this module? And then you get like regular people buying books and modules and all this kind of stuff. And suddenly D&D has multiple people engaged with their product. And that's what did not happen in Honor Among Thieves. Anyway, we're talking about the movie. Yes, we're talking about this movie, but we're talking about the second movie that is already written and may never see the light of day. And is it going to? That's the question. Crimson, what do you think? Do you think we'll ever see a sequel to this?
I think, well, I mean, I think like there's definitely been cases, right, where, so here, let me just like kind of get down to brass tacks real quick, right?
Right.
I think it will happen.
I do too.
I just don't think it's gonna happen for a while.
Yeah.
Right. I think the movie needs more time to sit and like kind of marinate. Because I mean, for example, look at like Firefly, for example, right?
Right.
That's getting a new show, right?
Yeah.
But like basically, it's getting a new show because of the enormous Firefly fandom.
Yeah.
The amount of people who've raved about the show, the amount of like word of mouth and goodwill. So I think that's what's gonna happen with the D&D movie. Like, I think there's a big enough fan base. If there's a big enough fan base that's vocal enough, I think executives and I think producers will take notice and be like, okay, well, there's an untapped market demand here. I think the movie has seen a lot of, fans since its original run. And I mean, also, especially because the cast, from like all the interviews, everything I've seen were extremely positive about the production. Because you can kind of usually tell about like afterwards how, I mean, if you look at Robert Pattinson from Twilight, right? He, like, throughout the entirety of the Twilight run, he was not, like, even while the movie...
He was not a happy camper.
Yeah, no, even while the movies were coming out, he was the most cynical, like, oh, yeah, just whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he did not, like, give a shit. He wasn't even putting on a face about, like, how he felt about Twilight, right? And he's gotten even more cynical about it as the years have gone on, right? So, but, like... these actors, they genuinely, clearly, really liked this movie. They liked the team. They liked their they have good chemistry with each other. Like, so I mean, I would not be surprised to hear that basically, like, I mean, once again, like their agents pushing for this, the
Yeah.
actors themselves pushing for this.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know if you've heard about well, I mean, the cast of the movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World, they still have an active group chat.
Yeah.
Like over a decade after this movie
Yes.
has come out. Like, or they have an email chat.
Yeah, they want a second movie.
Yeah, they want a second movie. They all like loved working on this first movie. They all had a super positive experience. They've all kept in touch.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised to hear like, oh, well, the cast of D&D Honor Among Thieves, you know, they've kept close with one another. They like clearly really enjoyed working on this movie.
Yes.
And they want another go at it.
Yeah. I think it will happen too. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it will happen.
2030s.
Yeah. Yeah. My only concern is that what happened in movie 1 should not happen in movie 2. They should have where they played a campaign and that was the initial screenplay.
Yes.
That should not happen because we see the results. I hope the screenplay that was written not with that in mind. It needs to be a proper screenplay. It needs to be a proper screenplay. I think it will happen too. 2030. Let's hope it doesn't take until 2050 to happen. Let's keep it to 2030. And it needs to be a proper screenplay. It just needs to be a proper screenplay.
We can agree to disagree on that.
100%. I mean, dude, bro. Listen. I'm a big D&D fan. I am. There's a show dedicated to D&D. There's 2. Storytime Elden and Storytime Clue. But we see the result. We've seen the results of when a screenplay written based on the campaign we just played. If we're not sitting here if D&D Honor Among Thieves made over $1 billion, okay? We're not sitting here if that movie made over $1 billion or $800 million or $700 million, but it didn't. It didn't. You can disagree with me on this, but I think it needs to be a proper screenplay because we've seen when a screenplay is written based on a campaign. We've seen that practice play out.
I mean,
it wasn't good.
There's been several novels based off of D&D campaigns I've heard of.
Yeah, but we've seen that result, and the result wasn't good. It didn't make money. So this screenplay, I hope, is a proper screenplay. I do. And hey, if you wanted to merge them a little bit based around a campaign we played and just take those good aspects and make it into a proper screenplay, I think that can work. But basing a screenplay solely on the campaign you just played is not good, in my opinion. Anyway, we can agree to disagree, but let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think we're gonna get a sequel to this movie? Or you don't think so? So tell us your thoughts down below. We move on to Carrie. Ooh. The Carrie series trailer dropped on the weekend. And I think, Crimson, I think this is the way to go. You know, for so long, you've tried to make Stephen King books. You try to adaptate them into movies. And for rare occasions, they just don't work because Stephen King novels are Bibles. They have well over 1,000 pages. Too much content in the books for you to squeeze an hour and a half, 2 hour movie out of them. So I think this is the right way to go. The Carrie trailer looked phenomenal. It looked absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait. And maybe we'll take a look at it next year when it comes out for Encore. The Encore list is already set. You guys should be seeing that in the group in the next couple of weeks. But I think this is the way to go. It really, really is. It looked phenomenal. It looked scary as hell. And I am so looking forward to the series. What about you, Crimson? Are you looking forward to the series?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too familiar with it. Yeah.
All right. It's based on a girl that gets bullied and she gets horrific superpowers.
Oh wow.
And it's called Carrie. Yeah. It's based on Stephen King's novel. It's been adapted many times for a movie, and I think this is the way to go for it, a TV series. And I hope it's like the It prequel series that we're reviewing this year on Encore. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Do you have reservations? And what are those reservations? And we move on to our last story. Ghost Rider made an appearance entering the MCU proper at Comic-Con. This, I believe it was on the weekend. And Crimson, I don't know about this. Introducing like Ghost Rider and Blade into the MCU proper. I don't think that's what they should be doing, because Ghost Rider is more suited to a horror type of vibe. Right? He has a flaming skull and he goes after demons and he sends them back to hell. I don't know how that would work in the MCU proper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. And plus, you have Blade that still has not gotten announced on when and where it's going to be shot, or when is it coming. It's going to be coming out never, I don't think. I think Mahershala Ali is just pulling his hair out. Why would you announce an actor if you have no plans for the fucking movie? That makes no sense to me. But Blade goes after vampires. He kills vampires. And I don't think that character should be in the MCU as well. Right? Because those are more horror type of superheroes, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why you introduce Blade and Ghost Rider. I just don't. It's just like introducing Carnage to the MCU proper, right? I mean, he's more of a horror villain than anything else. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how they're going to work in Ghost Rider. It's going to be a hell of a challenge, because how do you know what I mean? How do you do that? Right? What are your thoughts?
Good question. Oh yeah, well, like, I don't know. I'm excited. I really like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
As for Blade, I haven't actually seen any of the Blade movies.
Yeah, because you're young. You're like 20. You're like 10 years old.
Ugh, yeah, whatever. Okay. Like, I mean,
no, you're not. I'm joking,
did
Crimson.
they announce Blade? Because I only saw.
Yeah, remember Mahershala Ali? Like, this was
Black
like
Panther
this was like 28 billion years ago, though.
Okay.
This is like 2019. They announced Mahershala Ali as Blade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I especially with things that I don't know much about, I tend to go in with an open mind. I'm like, I don't have any reason to think this is going to be bad. So yeah.
But like, how do you introduce that character? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, how do you really introduce any character? It's like,
well, you can like you're thinking of like Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, into this PG-13 world. How do you introduce non PG-13 characters into this world? I mean, they're trying it with. I know Deadpool is going to be in the new Avengers film, but how do you like? I think that's a bad idea. I think introducing Deadpool into the MCU proper is a bad idea. Because what are you going to do? Sew his mouth shut again and piss everybody off? Right?
Yeah.
Like he can't go dude, like Ryan Reynolds, it's gonna be like Blade Trinity all over again. It's gonna be like Blade Trinity all over again. Hello, Wesley Snipes. Oh, David Goyer, behold your failure of Blade Trinity. But you know what I mean? Like, how do you introduce a cat that is meta, makes a bunch of dirty jokes, winks to the audience? How do you introduce him to that PG-13 world? It's just don't. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and how do you introduce this Ghost Rider that has literally a flaming skull for a head into that world? You can do it. You obviously can do anything, but should you do it? No. It's a clash of styles. And the same thing, how do you introduce Mahershala Ali, Blade, if that's going to happen, into the MCU proper? Like a person that's living, slaughtering vampires, getting blood everywhere. You're going to introduce him to a PG-13 world? I don't think so. What they should do, and here's what they should do, I believe, and this is Guillermo del Toro actually has a Justice League Dark script out there. That's honestly not good. He tried though. He tried. I think what the MCU should do is make a black label for their films. So the black label would be for those characters that don't belong in that world. Right? Like Deadpool, like Ghost Rider, like Blade, like some of the other characters, like the Punisher. You know what I mean? How do you introduce the Punisher into a PG-13 world? You can't do it. You can. You'll piss a lot of people off. Right? Make a black label. Disney, just make a black label. Just do it. MCU black. And this black label is going to be for all of our characters that we don't want to neuter. Right? I think that would be fair. Right? I think that would be... And then you can introduce the darker psychological side to the MCU. Right? All the black magic, all the the demons, the vampires. You can introduce all that stuff. Right? And you can have these characters unfiltered. Because that's what you're ultimately going to have to do. You're going to have to neuter these characters. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, seriously, what are you going to do with Ghost Rider when he transforms? Right? When he transforms, in the comic book, it's a horrific event. How are you going to port that to a MCU that has PG-13 written all over it? How are you going to do that? How are you going to introduce Blade into that world? Oh, we'll just have him stab vampires and no blood will come out. Or we won't say vampires. Nah, you can't do that. Don't be silly. You can't do that. How are we going to introduce Deadpool? You're going to neuter him. What is he going to say? Chimichangas over and over again? Do you know what I mean, though, Crimson?
I don't know. I mean, I was going to say earlier is that I think there's no such thing as bad ideas, just bad execution, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just all about the way they do it. And, I've been pleasantly surprised before, so I'm going to keep an open mind.
Okay. I just don't think you can do it. which is PG-13, and make it successful, right? What you need to do is, and here's the thing, Crimson, if you make a MCU black, then you don't have to worry about canon. You can start fresh. Start fresh.
Well, I mean, if you have like this kind of gag-heavy character, Deadpool, I think what you could do is just be self-referential to the fact that basically he's like, I mean, if you have this meta character, right? You could just have him like reference the fact that he's in a PG-13 movie, and that the force, like the cosmic forces above, are preventing him from cursing.
I mean, I will just have to see, right? We'll just have to see. I don't like that idea at all. I think that would be a terrible idea.
It'd be amusing.
I think that would be a terrible. Might as well just like button up his mouth again.
And you could excise him like from the movie in general. You could have him be like the B plot.
Yeah, just say peace, I'm out or something like that.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But Ghost Rider, I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it. Personally. He's a guy that fights demons. Come on now. Come on. What are you gonna call demons? Unworthies? No, you can't do that.
You can call them demons.
Demons?
Yes.
Hellish Apparip. Yeah, but that's just the clash doesn't work in a PG-13 environment. It just doesn't work. You have this horror character that's, when he transforms, literally a big giant flaming skull pops out.
I think you're kind of underestimating. Like, it's not like the movie's rated G. It's like PG-13.
I know, but you can't. In the comic books, and when the Solo movie came out, by the way, that Solo movie, not the sequel, Spirit of Vengeance, but the original movie was like amazing, and I don't think that was PG-13. I think that was more R-rated than anything else. But it's going to be interesting. I don't think it could be done. I don't think, personally, because I know the character. I don't know the character well, but I know that, like, it's a big flaming skull, man. It's a big flaming skull. Like, how do you do? Like, I don't think it can be done with a PG-13. I know anything can be done, but will it work? I don't think it will work. But you know, those are my thoughts, and I'm excited. I'm interested. Let's say I'm interested. I'm going like this, and I'm like, all right, how are you going to do this? Prove me wrong. Marvel, prove me wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll come out and admit I was wrong. So that's the show today. Hey, we did it, Crimson. We banged them all out. Yay! So we want to know what you guys think down below in the comment section of everything we talked about today. Let us know all your thoughts. We will see you tonight for the penultimate episode to Final Countdown Top 10 Hated YouTubers. Until tonight, my friends, take care, be safe, be well. And Crimson did it. Crimson crossed the line. He joined the tribe. You need to do that as well. Cross the line and join the tribe. And we will see you later. Peace.
Drama, glamour, stories unfold. Every flash a treasure of gold. Secrets whispered.